What's going on, everybody? Captain 26 here, and in today's episode we're going to be doing a cars for sale video here in Japan. And I'm going to take my camera along to a few different car dealerships that are close by, and I'm going to show you all what kind of cars are available here locally for purchase, how much they cost in yen, and I'll do a little conversion so you guys can see how much they cost in US dollars to give you some sort of idea of what we'd have to pay for a Japanese car. And obviously I'm only going to point out the JDM Legends, the cars of any interest, so I'm not wasting anybody's time for the first video. But if there's anything you see in this video that you would want to get featured next time, just comment below, let me know. But I'm going to be looking for your Skylines, your Supras, all the cool JDM Legends that we all love. So stay tuned and we'll pick back up at our first car dealership. Alright, so our first stop is going to be at a car dealership down here on 58. This is the main road in Okinawa that goes pretty much from the southern tip all the way around the island. And I don't know the name of the dealership. I've driven by it a few times and they've had some nice cars out there, so I figured it'd be a good dealership to feature for the first video. There's a nice GTR. So last time I drove by, they had a R35 GTR. I think they had a R34 Skyline GTST that was sitting out there. I think a nice Sylvia S15 and a few other cars. So hopefully they're still out there. I am going there before they open, so I don't want to get bothered or bug anybody that's trying to sell cars. So that is why I'm out and about kind of early. And there's a Toyota dealership over here. I have seen some GT86s sitting out front. Check that out. I wonder what kind of Toyota that is inside. There's something in there that looks old. And this is BC Used Cars. This is actually where I bought the van that I'm driving now. They don't really have anything special typically, so I don't think I'm going to do a feature on them. But driving by, you guys can see that they do have some Integras or RSXs back in the States. And a little fun fact, that was my first car. I did have a RSX Type S with the K20 and absolutely love that thing. Some Altezas. There's a little dealership I'm driving by called Ken Auto. They've got some nice German vehicles. You can see the BMWs, Porsches, Audis. They're asking $23,500 for that one. I'm not going to get out and do a feature on that. I know you guys want to see the JDM Legends. So we'll go to our original spot. Alright guys, we're here at our first stop. I don't know the name of the car dealership. We're getting here a little early before all the workers show up and everything. So let's go ahead and see what they have. Alright. First car I see is Mazda. Go ahead and get it in here. Always love Miata. So this is a hardtop, and it is manual. You can see it's got the Nardi steering wheel. A little bit of rust on it. It looks like they're asking $3,900. It's roughly about $3,500, which is not bad for a hardtop Miata. Let's go see what they have over here. Check out this Toyota Hilux Surf. Like a 4Runner back in the States. Look at the wheels on this thing. It's not my style, but it is running 24s. The paint on it's pretty interesting too. I like the orange. Here we've got a Lexus. It's 430. We're asking $11,800. I'm pretty sure these are the hardtop convertibles. It's got the red interior. It's a clean car. Alright, but what everybody really wants to see are the JDM sports cars. So we'll start with this Honda S2000. And I'm a big fan of the S2000. Looks like it's got an aftermarket rear bumper on it. As you can see, the exhausts are coming out of the bumper. It's got a spoiler. It's aftermarket. Biggest thing on these cars is theft. I know back in the States, insurance is really high because a lot of people who have S2000s get their seats and their radio and everything stolen because people like to cut the soft top. But this soft top's in really good condition. It's got the stock Honda wheels. Tell it's been sitting for a while though. Look at those rotors. But the body seems like it's in really good shape. It's got a few gauges right here. And an aftermarket Momo steering wheel. And for this S2000, it looks like they're asking $16,600. Overall, a clean car. It's not a bad price. I know these are kind of rare. They only made them from 2000 to 2008. And this looks to be the AP2 model. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it's the AP2, which has the 2.2 liter. I know the Honda guys are gonna correct me if I'm wrong on this one, but I believe the AP1, it's got the 2 liter, and that was the sought after one because the red line. The AP2's got a little bit more power, so there's a little Honda knowledge for you. And over here, an awesome Mitsubishi GTO. This is the newer model with a different front end. It's got some aftermarket raised wheels, and the calipers look really nice. So they're asking $13,300. That comes with the 18-inch raised wheels. This model has leather in it. Ooh, buzzkill, automatic. And it's the SR version. I don't know what that stands for. So I'm assuming this one's not a VR4 because I don't see VR4 badging all over it. However, it is a clean car, and pretty sure these still have a 3-liter 6-cylinder in them, so they still got power. Wish Mitsubishi would bring this car back. Alright, we're going to go ahead and skip over the Lexus GS300 Hybrid. And what do we have here? This looks to be a 4-door R34 GTST. It's got the big old spoiler on it. Nice little body kit. And it is a 4-door. So those guys looking for the perfect family car, you want a Skyline at the same time, here you go. The body's in really clean shape. And as for the interior, it's got a nice gauge cluster, Momo shift knob, Momo steering wheel. Looks really clean inside. Really, really nice. And the back window is pretty tinted, so you can't see in there. And for this beautiful GTST, they are asking 16,600 yen. And it says a 25 GTX. I don't know what that means. Maybe it's all-wheel drive? Uh-oh. One problem. Here's the front wheel. There's the back wheel. Back wheel, front wheel. A little mix match. These working motions are nice on the front. I just don't know how I feel about having 2 different brands of wheels. But the front end does look good. It does have eyelids on it. You can fool people for a GTR until you drive by them. Just need to throw a GTR badge on there. But I'll look up some stats on it. Not too familiar about the R34s. Obviously I had an R33 knew the ins and outs of those models. Never really looked at a 34. I just know about the R34 for obvious reasons. All right, moving along. Over here we have one of my personal favorite cars, a R35 GTR. And this looks to be a 2009, 1.9 kilometers. I don't know if that's 1,900 kilometers on the engine, which would be really low miles. What does that say? But it looks like they're asking 49,800 yen. Or actually, is that 49,800,000 yen? So it comes out to about $49,000 for this GTR. I don't know what they're going for back in the States. Obviously, I couldn't ship a car like this back because it hasn't hit the 25-year mark. But everybody loves a GTR. And it is right-hand drive, which is cool. I know we have these cars back in the States, but this is a JDM version. And the body looks like it's in really good shape. And we all know that the R35 has the paddle shifters, the big heads-up display. Still, I would drive one. I'd drive one in a heartbeat. Alright, and then over here, looks like another Lexus. Oh, excuse me, Toyota Athlete. So I think that's going to do it for this car dealership. It's not very big, but it's right off the main road. So I'm always driving by, and I see the GTO always catching my eye in the skyline. So I figured I'd stop by and see what it, see what it's all about. All right. As I'm walking out, I see this Prius, and I can't ignore it. Not a fan of the Priuses. I'm a fan of saving the world, saving the earth, but you're not going to catch me driving one. Sorry to all the tree huggers out there, but they're asking 21.6. And I mean, I guess this car is if you if you want to save the planet and look cool while doing it, this might be an option for you. Does have a carbon fiber spoiler. It's got to add a little bit of horsepower to the engine. This exhaust is pretty cool. No pun intended. Let me know what you guys think about this Prius if you drive it in the comments below. Alright guys, I think that's going to do it for this car dealership. I have one more in mind. See how we're doing on time. I'll try to swing over there and see if they have any cool cars in the lot. Check out that radiator. So we're at another dealership. This one is called Crease. I'm not sure. I was driving back to the main road and I drove by this nice Nismo 350Z, so I figured I'd pull over and we'll go ahead and check it out. I've got the van parked over here, all incognito. So this is a Nismo edition. It does have the factory body kit. Also a big fan of these cars, specifically the Nismo edition. And it's a crazy rear bumper for a factory to put on a car. It does have the forged Nissan wheels with the gold Brembos. But it's automatic. What kind of fun is that? What are you thinking, Nissan? I didn't even know they made this car an automatic. Now it's got me thinking if it's a base model with a Nismo body kit. I'm not sure. Maybe somebody can comment below and let me know. But the car does look like it's in really good shape. I think it's a 2007, and they're asking $13,800, so it's about $13,000 for a 350. It is auto, but it's definitely not a deal breaker for a lot of people. And one more car before we get out of here. This is a ISF, Lexus ISF. These are nice. It's got the F badging. Some really, really nice rays. Look at that white Lexus interior. Alright, let's see how much they're asking for this. And $24,500. Wait a minute. I think I see a G-Wagon down here. I don't know if it's for sale or not. No, it doesn't look like it's for sale. You don't see G-Wagons too often here in Japan. Alright, we're gonna get back to the van and get out of here. Alright guys, we're gonna stop at one more car dealership. This is Johnny's. You guys might be familiar with Johnny's from Your Car Bros videos. He does a lot because he usually has a pretty good selection of old JDM cars, typically not in the best condition, but he does have two locations. So I'm stopping at the one right by Kadena Air Base, is where I work, and maybe hit up the other one another day. So we're gonna go check out. I just drove by and he had some stuff that caught my eye, so we'll check it out. So here's a 1996 Toyota Starlet Turbo. It's asking $4,300 US. Some things to point out: it does have a bride seat. It is automatic though. It's a cool little car, two-door hatch. It does have a sunroof, and it is turbocharged. As you can see from that massive hood scoop on the front of it, letting everybody know you got a boosted engine. All right, what do we have over here? Toyota Mark II, nothing really special. Nothing too interesting other than your typical Japanese cars that a lot of Americans buy for a few years, and they buy them cheap, sell them cheap when they leave because they can't ship them back. Here's a Toyota Altezza. I know there's a lot of Altezza lovers out there. However, this one is automatic. Looks pretty basic, but you can get yourself an Altezza for $3,900 US here in Japan. There's a RX-8 2003, asking $7,900. These are pretty quick, but automatic. Not saying automatics are slow or anything like that. Just for me personally, I love a manual transmission. I hate driving automatics. However, I did drive a new Chevy Camaro when I was back in the States. I do have a video, and that had the 8-speed automatic transmission with the paddle shifters. That was quick. Anyways, moving along. Here's another GTS X. Just like the R34 one I saw, I gotta look up the X. I'm wondering if it means all-wheel drive. But this is a 1989. It is eligible for importation back to the States, because it is over 25 years old. Here's a little auction report on it. It's got a 3. It does look a little beat inside, but we'll go ahead and do a walk around on the exterior. It does have projector lights, however there is some yellowing in there. And there's a lot of rust dripping down on the front bumper, and there's a pretty good sized crack right there. And I'd imagine it's really hard to find parts for these cars because they are so old. For me, $7,900, I think for a few thousand extra, I could get a nice R32 GTST in a lot better condition. mean, the wheels would definitely need replaced. Those aren't the most appealing wheels. Window seals are a little worn out. Try to get a good view of the interior. You guys can see it looks pretty grimy. The armrest there is all faded, worn out. Driver's seat, foam's hanging out. Back seats don't look too bad, but look at that carpet over there. Window liners a little jacked up. Speaker in the back's jacked up. Another tear in the seat. I mean, it is an 89, so cut it some slack. It is a rare car. I mean, if somebody had the extra money and the time and effort to fix it up, you know, it could be a gem. It could turn it into something really nice. It does have the GT badge. On the front, it did say adjustable spoiler. I don't know if this has like some sort of automatic spoiler, some kind of automatic aero kit. I'm not sure. I mean, look at the taillight. It's all cracked right here. Even the Skyline badge is a little faded. Let's take a look underneath. It's not too bad. A little bit of surface rust. But that tire is a little bald on the inner side, so it's going to need new tires. A lot of work to be done on this car. Then yeah, we'll get a peek at the driver's seat. Let me know what you guys think about this this Skyline. If anybody's out there willing to drive it and put the money into it. I think that's about it though. Have one more little walk around over here. Do a little shout out for the Subaru fans. I do like these Legacies. I was actually trying to get my hands on one when I first got here as a family car. Legacy wagon GTB, asking $3,900. I drive by this one to work every day. It's been sitting out here for a while. Maybe somebody can come give it some love and pick it up. They do have EJ20s in them, I believe. So the same engine as the WRX, they are turbocharged. All right, everybody, that's gonna do it for today's video. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. If you guys wanna see more cars for sale in Japan videos, there's a whole bunch of dealerships out here. I'm always driving by. JDM Monster's always catching the corner of my eye, and I'm looking over and I'm like, oh, I gotta bring my camera back here and get it. So there's plenty of dealerships left. If you guys wanna see more, let me know. Throw me a like, subscribe, share the video, and stay tuned. Lots of cool cars today. I would say probably one of my favorite cars was the GTO or the S2000. So let's see if we can find some more next weekend. But stay tuned and we'll catch you on the next video. Later.